What's up, everybody? Peter Ariz here alongside Danny Enriquez, a.k.a. D-Money, and we have a huge Canes Insight podcast lined up for you today. This is something a little bit different, extremely special, a very special player, a special person, Miami Hurricanes star wide receiver, Xavier Restrepo. Welcome to the show, man. How you doing?
Thank you so much. I appreciate the opportunity. I'm doing great. How about you guys?
Doing great, man. I mean, look, life is good when you guys keep going 1-0 every week. I know that's been the motto for you guys. Great win this weekend against Florida State, obviously. But before the football stuff, man, congratulations on Iron Arrow. I mean, that's one of the highest achievements, obviously, at the University of Miami. And you got tapped in last week, man. So talk to us about that.
Thank you so much. And no, for sure. I mean, I had a close buddy of mine get tapped in the spring, Michael Redding III. And I mean, he does great things always, so I knew that it was special. And then some of the alumni told me how serious that award is. So I mean, I'm just trying to soak it all in, just be grateful that God presented me this opportunity, and I just ran with it.
Do you have any idea it was coming, or was that just a complete surprise for you?
No, it was a complete surprise. I was in a meeting about my NIL stuff and stuff, like my agent and stuff like that. And then I heard the drum, and I was like, I know what that is, but why are they up there? And then they just pulled me out, and we did the whole entire thing.
X, man, I know you prepare like crazy in the off season. What's one thing that you really worked on in the off season that you see paying off here as you get on the field and produce?
I think just gaining knowledge of the game, getting a regimen that I could get healthier and healthier each and every single day. Because again, I expect to, play this game for a long time. Obviously whatever God has for me, that's the best plan. But I'm preparing I still have a good 20 more years of this thing.
No, following up on that, just talking to people in the building, they always talk about your ability to take care of your body. Really, it's an example to the younger players and just how you get yourself ready to play and be durable like you've been. What are some of the things that you do to make sure that your body's ready to perform on Saturdays?
No doubt. I mean, I'm again there when treatment opens in the morning. We have a great training staff, Adam, and then all his coworkers such as Emily, Bella, Pete, Brian. I mean, everyone's just great. And I mean, outside the facility, I usually get ice tubs or sauna. My man Rob at the plunge and sauna method, he does a really good job with me each and every single week. I try to go to Cryo Miami as well. It's right down the street. So again, anything and everything, just try to get my body as close to 100% as it could be by game time.
X, obviously we're looking forward here to Duke, and we're going to be talking about the game a bit, but just reflecting on this past weekend, Florida State, obviously big in-state rivalry, a lot of pageantry and a lot of legendary stuff behind this game, man. And when you see the cinematic replay that comes out every Monday, it feels like we get a chance to kind of get in the locker room, man. Just talk to us about the team's focus and mindset going into the game last weekend.
Right, no doubt. I mean, I knew that the team knew that we had to practice hard in order for us to get 1-0 each and every single week. It's the key to success for us each and every single week is practice hard, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then the game should take care of itself, I feel like we have a great team culture right now. We have an amazing brotherhood right now. All egos are out the window. And we're just focused on getting 1-0 each and every single week.
You did that interview with Sports Center, and you let everyone know, look, we had the players meeting and how important that was. And obviously at the time that was Louisville week. Couple weeks later now, do you think that kind of reset the focus of the team there after you guys had battled for a few weeks in a row?
I think for sure. I mean, again, week in and week out, we have a pretty good, culture. I think going on the bye week, I think the meeting was, meant for that, because previous bye weeks, people got in trouble. People have been selfish, and I mean, we need everybody on this team, to win. And I mean, we did an amazing job coming off a bye week. Historically, we've been bad, but um, I mean, again, this team is just a different. They're different. We have so many great guys on this team, not just great athletes, great guys that this is their last, season, such as myself. And I mean, we're just trying to set, the standard and the culture for the next and upcoming Canes.
Xavier, my guy, Danny Ramirez, Hollywood star of Captain America, Brave New World. He wanted me to ask you, which receivers do you look to as far as creating separation and just kind of the tricks and the craft that they use?
That's my guy, Danny. But as far as the question goes, I mean, I watch a little bit of everybody's game. I watch, Steve Smith game growing up. I watched Julian Edelman's game growing up, Wes Welker, just because you could tell they understand so much defenses. I watch, when I want to watch releases, I watch Devontae Adams, Stephon Diggs. When I want to watch, like yards after the catch, I'll watch like Devo and stuff I just try to gain as much knowledge as I could. And honestly, the people that are like the hottest in the game right now, that's who I try to, watch and figure out what they're doing that I'm not. Because honestly, at the end of the day, success leaves clues. So they must be doing something that, I should be doing.
Well, look, now you're that guy, right, to a lot of young kids that play football here in South Florida and really across the country now. What advice would you give young athletes that look up to you and see what you've been able to overcome and accomplish in their careers?
For sure. I mean, the first thing I would say is miracles do come true. Just to keep working, head down. I would definitely heavily influence the younger, population to get close with God, get a relationship with God, because through Him, I mean, all things are possible. And I mean, He never fails. Whether you have a bad game, bad practice, get hurt, something like that, He does it all for a reason. 2 years ago, I got hurt. It's supposed to be like my biggest year. First time, starting and having the full role. I was just getting too ahead of myself, and God sat me down. But through that sit down, I've learned so much about football. Honestly, if you watch the game, you'll see me pointing out, to defenses and coverages and stuff like that, just because I know what covers are in, and I watch so much film. I understand, football. So again, long story short, get a good relationship, a great relationship with God. I'm continuing to grow in my relationship, and I'm just trying to continue to glorify Him any way possible.
Canes fans, remember you can hop in this conversation with X live right now. Go to showus.tv. I know a lot of you are watching here on the Canes Insight YouTube page, but if you go to showus.tv, you enter the link that we posted on Canes Insight and on social media earlier today. You can hop in and ask X a question yourself. So come and join the fun with us here. Xavier, we're moving forward now to Duke, and we know the focus all year, as Coach Crystal always says, 1-0. That doesn't let you guys get too ahead. Don't really worry about what just happened. Worried about the game ahead. Looking at Duke ACC matchup, obviously going against former head coach Manny Diaz, and they're coming to town this weekend. So talk to us a little bit about what you're expecting in this next game.
No, I'm expecting a very, very good, talented team that plays, balls to the wall each and every single play. They play so hard, and you can see it on film. They're literally 2 plays away from being undefeated. So again, another week that we can't look at this, the record, and we have to look at, personnel and how hard they play. They play extremely hard, and I mean, it would be wrong to, not give them the respect enough and not practice hard this week and stuff like that. So I think the biggest thing is, we just have to practice hard in Green Tree this week and just be ready for 12 o'clock noon on Saturday.
How's the preparation different for a noon game? You guys just played at night. Like, just the routine, how's that different for an early game like that?
Not that much of a difference. I mean, just moving up a couple hours, through the week, we still keep it the same schedule. It's just basically on Friday and Saturday, the, meetings are, earlier, and I would say, wake up time obviously is earlier. We get up, get ready, go straight to the stadium, so everything just basically on like Friday and game day, just speed up a little bit, but the process through the week stays pretty consistent.
And one play I wanted to ask you about, Xavier, was the Alabama game, 2021. Teams getting blown out. You're not as known as you are now. You make a big play, contested catch, really the only spark of life in that game. What was going through your mind as the team's getting blown out, people are down, and you're still locked in making a play?
I mean, the game wasn't over yet, you know? I think it was about like 5 minutes left in the third quarter, something like that, 8 minutes, something like that. So, I mean, game wasn't over. You know, the football was still being played. You know, this guy that was starting in front of me, he suffered an injury. And, I mean, Derek threw an amazing ball, and I just went and got it. I was just ready for when my time comes. And, that's the biggest thing. I just was ready when my time came, and, you know, everything took care of itself.
X, what would you say, obviously we're 8 games into the season now, what would you say the identity of this football team has been this season?
I think the identity that we've created for ourselves is that we know how to finish football games, that we play really hard, that as long as there's a ball on the field, that the game is not over. I feel like the identity that we want to create is that we could play a full football game. We still have yet to do so. I feel like we know that we're a much better team than what we've been putting on film. And, the best is yet to come.
Going off the field a little bit, I was talking to Cam Ward, and he said that you caught the most mahi-mahi when you guys went out there before the season, but he said he was the only one that had his own pole, so it doesn't really count all the fish that you caught. So how was that getting out there with your teammates and catching some mahi-mahi?
No doubt. It was awesome. You know, Coach File, brought us out there, a strength and conditioning coach on our, staff, and we had a great time. It was me, him, Elijah, and Zay Horton. And we just had a blast, catching all those crazy fish. The colors on those things are amazing. But just bonding in open water, nothing out of football, basically, honestly, when I get on the water, to me, it's like I'm away from life, and just to relax with the guys and just take in the moment that we truly are blessed where we are. I feel like it was an amazing opportunity for us.
Got a question here coming in from Scotty Canes. X, what's your favorite thing to do in the off season?
I'm pretty sure everybody knows this that I'm close with, but definitely golf. I'm a big golfer. I like to travel and golf as well. So anybody that has any hookups anywhere, just let me know, and I'll come to you for sure in the off season.
Listen, I can vouch for that. I've seen you out at the Biltmore plenty in the off season. The swing looks good, man, and obviously it's a grinder sport, obviously, and you are the ultimate grinder. You're a guy who, as people in the comments saying, attention to detail is obviously something right at the top of your list. So when you get out there and play golf, obviously it could be relaxing and fun, but I'm sure the frustration comes out at times and that perfectionist in you. So just talk to me about that whole process of you kind of falling in love with the game.
No doubt. I'm such a competitor at the end of the day. And I tell everybody I know that like I'm athletic, I could play any sport. So when I try to pick up golf, actually my ex-quarterback, got me into golf, Tyler. And I fell in love with it. It's just one of those things that, you can never perfect. You can never perfect golf. And I feel like that's so satisfying to me, is that I can never be good enough to golf because, sometimes you get carried away, you're really good at your profession or whatever you do. So, kind of like some complacency sinks in sometimes and stuff like that. With golf, there's none of that, and I am fortunate to have a lot of, good role models and stuff like that. I actually have, someone on tour right now, Andrew Novak, that I'm really close with. And, it's funny because he wishes that he wasn't doing my profession and I wish I was in his profession. So it's funny. We talk about that all the time. But yeah, just a sport that you can't fully, be perfected at. So, I'm just a super competitor. I love a competition. I love a challenge, and trying to get that handicap down.
Listen, you guys heard him. We got Riviera Country Club around the corner. We got Lagorce down here. We got great courses all in South Florida. So if Canes fans out there, X's DMs are open if you're a member at some of these sports. So that you guys want to meet X, you guys want to hang out with him, there you go. That's the secret ticket. All right, so we have a question. Tony is ready to join the broadcast right now and ask a question here. So we're gonna let Tony hop in right now.
What's up, guys? How's it going? How you doing, X?
Good. How are you, man?
I'm good. So listen, a lot going on lately. What is seeing your name like in Miami history next to the likes of like Santana Moss and Reggie Wayne and Michael Irvin? Like, what does that mean to you?
It means the world. I mean, I've prayed for this. I've, grinded for this late nights, early mornings. My parents will tell you. But I mean, just to be even in the conversation with those guys, let alone, reaching, trying to be number one. I mean, I just truly see how blessed I am, in this amazing opportunity that I have every single time I step on the field. I'm just super grateful, that I have working limbs, that I'm healthy enough to play football. And I mean, again, guys like, Michael Irvin, Santana Moss, Andre Johnson, Lamar Thomas, the list goes on and on. To be named with those guys is just ridiculous.
It is crazy, and I will never know what that feels like. So, congrats on getting those feels. So, when you were playing like younger, Pee Wee or wherever you started, like, was this something that was a goal, or was it just something like as you went along, you're kind of like, hey, this is kind of working out for me. I'm gonna take it as far as I can.
I know. I mean, I put on, the pads at 4 years old. I definitely didn't obviously have, dreams and aspirations right then and there. But I mean, when I started training around like 6, I mean, I started seeing results, and I knew that, it was possible, to get whatever I wanted because of how hard I worked. And so I'll say probably around like the age of like 10, 11 is when I absolutely fell in love with football and knew that like what I wanted to do, in my life. And again, being number one in Miami history obviously wasn't the first thing that popped in my head. I always wanted to play for the University of Miami and, wear the orange and green. And once I got here, broke weight room records, and I was like, it's time to go for these football records, because people get misconstrued, that like, oh, he's just a hard worker, like blah, blah, blah. And again, I'm a super hard worker. Like I take that, very, very seriously. But I mean, I do have some game to me, and I feel like people overlook that sometimes. So I mean, I'm just again putting forth everything that God has blessed me with, and just trying to go chase those records, and most importantly, chase 1-0 each and every single week.
That's awesome, man. So it's like super important question now. Favorite like before and after game meal? What do you got?
Ooh, I could say an easy one. Easy one after the game, Taco Bell, 100%. Taco Bell's my deal. My mom kind of gets mad at me for that, but I mean, it's just so good.
It's not like you're not working it off, right?
Yeah, right. I would say probably pregame. We kind of eat the same thing each and every single week at the hotel. I'll probably say pasta with I get like meatball, sausage in there, bacon, and I get the bow tie noodles. Fire.
Right on. Very cool, man. Listen, congratulations. Good luck, and can't wait to see what you do next.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you. God bless you.
You too, man. Thanks a lot. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you.
Tony, thank you, man. Thank you for hopping on. And look, guys, you see, if you join in, you join the conversation on Show Us, you can also hop in and ask a question just like that. So thank you, Tony, for hopping on here. Now, moving on, X, we've been talking a lot about football so far. Let's get to know you a little bit. We got a little bit of an intro to it with the fishing stuff, with the golf stuff. You kind of mentioned in your answer there. Growing up in South Florida, was Miami always your dream to be here? And once it became a real thing, once you get your offer and getting recruited and stuff like that, I mean, was it an easy decision at that time, or did you really have to sit back and say, all right, this is awesome, it's always been my goal, but I have to look at other places too? Walk us through that process.
No doubt. I mean, of course, 100% yes, Miami was always my dream school, and I always wanted to play for Miami. But actually, my junior year, I tried to commit to Miami, and they declined my commitment. They wanted somebody else, which was completely fine. The kid ended up decommitting, and again, I was a little bit of like positive anger. I wanted to come in and show people like why I deserve to be here and why I deserve the number one spot. Um, and so yeah, I mean, again, it wasn't all rainbows and butterflies. At the end of the day, it was I got my commitment declined, and I mean, I kept fighting. I worked, and yeah, I mean, I had colleges tell me I don't fit the profile, stuff like that. Actually, a team this year that we versed declined my commitment and offer and stuff like that because I don't fit their profile. But I'll just use all that to the fuel to the fire, and again, whatever God has for me is meant for me.
All right, we have Scott coming in here next with a question for Xavier Restrepo. So we'll get Scott in here to join the discussion.
Hey guys, how are you? X, thanks for being here. How you doing tonight?
Scott, I appreciate you, man. How you doing?
Doing well, thanks. Curious what the most memorable football moment of your career is thus far?
In college or just total?
Total.
That's a very, very hard question. I would probably say, man, that's a really, really hard and good question. I just have so many. I'd probably say the ones that rank up, to the top of it was, my first touchdown in college, Alabama game, 2021. But yeah, I mean, I'd probably say that's definitely up there. My favorite probably moment was probably signing to the University of Miami, if I'm being real.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I'd probably say, either one of those two.
That's cool. That's cool. And then follow up is, where is your, as far as places to play, where is your, outside of home games, where is your least and your most favorite and your least favorite place to play?
My most favorite, I love anywhere in the Carolinas. Carolina is just beautiful weather. I played, Chapel Hill at night is a pretty, pretty sick atmosphere. Love that place. I mean, Cal was an amazing atmosphere. I'll probably say one of those two for my favorite. And for my least favorite, I don't really have a least favorite, but I would probably say, dang, that's a really good question. I don't really have a least favorite. I love playing football at the end of the day. I'd probably say like any like noon game, just because it's so early, so hot, early in the season. So I'd probably say any noon game probably.
For sure. That makes sense. Well, hey, I appreciate it. Thanks for being on here tonight.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, man.
X, you're talking about football stadiums. What's your favorite golf course that you've been able to play at?
Ooh. I played TPC River Highlands up in Mass. It's a really nice course. I've played TPC Myrtle Beach in South Carolina. I've played Vegas courses. I mean, I'll probably say TPC River Highlands. It was just so pure, but it was really, really hard. I mean, you hit your ball in the rough, good luck finding it.
I remember you playing quarterback a little bit when you were at Deerfield. I saw Elijah throw a touchdown last week. I don't want to give away any of Shannon Dawson's secrets, but is that something that you have in your bag if you need to throw the ball?
No, for sure. I mean, you seen the Florida game, I wish Sam came down with that, but it's all good.
Yeah. So actually, one thing that I had a great conversation with your mom, Ashley, and she was talking about how even though you were always a great player, there's always kind of been that doubt that certain people had that you would get to whatever the next level was. Now you're here, you're a national name, you're truly one of the most famous players in college football right now, which is crazy from where you started as a 3-star where people didn't really know how good you were. How do you keep that chip on your shoulder, that edge, and not let all the hype, which is kind of a new thing, get to you?
I mean, I know there's still doubters out there, I'm not the number one receiver in the nation yet, so there is no room for complacency. And when I do get to the number one receiver spot, I mean, I still have to keep working because I'm not the best receiver ever yet. So I don't think there's any time for complacency. Again, like I told someone the other day, I said the best and worst advice you can get is you have time. Obviously one of these days I'm gonna, hang up the cleats. So I mean, I'm just trying to leave my mark on the game of football, as best as I could.
Just wanted to let everyone know that tonight's show is brought to you by Prize Picks, great partner for tonight's broadcast. You can now win up to 100 times your money on Prize Picks with as little as 4 correct picks. Prize Picks is the best way to get action on sports in over 30 states, including California, Florida, Georgia, and Texas. Sign up today and get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't need to even win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Think Justin Jefferson will get more than 83.5 yards next week. Christian McCaffrey run for more than 75.5. Cook up hot takes with your friends and win real money this football season when you and your crew run your game on Prize Picks. Download the app today and use code SHOWUS. Again, SHOWUS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Download the app today. Again, SHOWUS, promo code $50 instantly after you play your first $5. So we have another guest coming in here. Bryce going to be joining us and asking you a question, X. So Bryce, hop on in here.
What's up, X? Great to meet you. Thank you guys for having me.
So Bryce, how you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
Great.
Cool. So earlier on in the call, you mentioned guys like Debo and Diggs and other star NFL athletes you try to look up to and emulate. Obviously, so many, college athletes are looking up to you and, Cam Ward and all these guys right now. So my question to you is, kind of who do you look up to? Football player or not? Who's your main role model? Who do you try and be like?
My main role model is God. I know I, put out my faith a lot, but I mean, he deserves all the, credit because, I mean, he's done miracles and he's given me incredible opportunities, to showcase what I have. And I mean, I ask him every single day, allow me to use my platform to glorify you. So, I'll probably say, I would say God. In the football aspect of it, I would, I grew up watching, Steve Smith and, Sean Taylor highlights and stuff like that. So, just Steve Smith undersized, but I mean, complete dog. You play him anywhere on the field and he'll make a play. I mean, I did grow up playing defense as well, so Sean Taylor was, one of my favorites. But also Tyrann Mathieu too, another undersized, just straight up dog, still going strong in the NFL today. So yeah, I'll probably say those 3 guys probably.
Awesome. And then just another general question. Obviously the Canes are tearing it up this year. The locker room is, talent ridden. I mean, just what are the vibes like in there?
I mean, the vibes are definitely positive, it's hard to win in college football, it's definitely simple, but I mean, it is so hard to win in college football. So, I mean, we're definitely grateful that we could, continue to get 1-0 each and every single week. I mean, we're just super hungry, because we have tons of guys on the field and on the team that have been on teams that, just came short or, just threw their season away and stuff like that. So, I mean, we're just, just trying to be 1-0 every single week.
Awesome. I mean, huge win last week. Best of luck going forward.
Don't keep doing that.
And great to talk to you. Thank you guys for having me.
Bryce, hello. Thank you, man. Appreciate you hopping on. Yeah, we got you, X. I think, yeah.
Oh, my phone keeps doing something.
All good. No, I think we had dropped there for a second too, but we're back again. Thank you, Bryce. And if you guys want to join the show, got about 20 minutes or so left here. Again, you can hop on showus.tv. So, X, getting to know you a little bit more, man. I mean, what you said Taco Bell. What are some other spots you like to eat here in Miami?
I mean, Taco Bell is definitely a number one. I would probably say, I mean, I'm a big McDonald's guy too. I'm a big McDonald's.
You're on the Ocho. You're on the Ocho Cinco diet, man.
Yeah. I definitely have to get better with my diet. But anyways, McDonald's is a good one. Basically any fast food, really. It's bad to say, but fast food is kind of my thing. Restaurants wise, I mean, my good guy over here at Pop Subs just hooks it up.
That's our boy, man. Yeah.
Yeah, man, dude. Those smash burgers are ridiculous. I get like 3-4 a week. So shout out to him for fueling his body. But yeah, I mean, Pop Subs is really good. I eat that very, very often. Chick-fil-A, obviously, that's a must. But Taco Bell and McDonald's, those are my thing.
That's awesome, man.
Yo, X, me and Pete, both Hispanic descent. We always joke around. There's like a golden age of Hispanic players on the University of Miami, obviously led by you and Colombian descent on your dad's side. Who's got the best Spanish on the team? Are you able to speak Spanish, or is like how are you stacking up there?
I could speak a little bit. I understand a lot more than I could speak for sure. I mean, Andy, I would probably say is, the most fluent in Spanish as far as the players go. Yeah, I'll probably say Andy.
Now, in terms of just go back to football real quick, your game, you're always working, like you said, you're not satisfied till you're the greatest receiver of all time. That's the bar that you're always trying to reach. What's a specific aspect of your game that I don't say you're not satisfied with? I know you're not satisfied with anything, but that you're really like honing in on, like, man, this is something that as I get on to the rest of the season, to the next level, to the NFL, that I really need to tighten up and improve?
I mean, everything really. I know you said, everything, but I mean, I definitely want to, get faster. I definitely want to, have better hands. Definitely be better in the run game. I definitely want to understand football as much more as I could. Yeah, I mean, routes, literally everything. I really want to get better at everything, every aspect of my game.
Now, you guys do so much as student athletes. I don't think people on the outside understand. They see you on the football field doing what you do. What's something that maybe the average fan watching on TV doesn't understand about being a student athlete at the University of Miami?
Okay. I mean, it's a lot, to be a student athlete. I know, people, just see, student athlete and just think, they have it easy. All they do is, do their sport and stuff. But, I mean, classes get it, a lot. I mean, if you want to be an elite athlete, and produce well on the field, you have to get in the film room, watch tons of film, take care of your body. And then, I mean, now that we have this amazing opportunity with NIL, you have to deal with that as well. So, I mean, it's a lot. I would probably say the mental health aspect of being a student athlete is definitely the most, underrated part of being one that people don't really get, because it's a lot. It's almost as if you're being, an athlete and a student athlete more than you're being a regular person, and you never really get a chance to during the week to just relax and, take in that you're at the University of Miami. You're in an amazing, city, best city in the world. And, just honestly living life, you're just so caught up in, athletics, which is a good thing. I love what I do, so it's easy for me. But again, probably the mental health aspect of, of being a student athlete is the most underrated thing.
All right, we have John coming in here to join the program right now. I'm going to ask you a question now, Xavier. So, John, welcome to the show.
Thanks, fellas. How you doing, X?
Great, man.
Question. Can't complain at all. It's been fun watching you guys this season. Quick question. Everyone's making a big deal out of the celly, the Cam brought, but I want to ask about your celly. It seems like you're calling somebody every time you get in that end zone. What's going on with that? Is there a story behind it?
For sure. I mean, it's called God. I do it every single time I score, and again, any and every single which way, I try to glorify the man above, the best to my ability. But I mean, I've carried it through high school with me, and again, every single time I touch that box, you already know I'm calling God.
Love that, man. And one follow-up question is favorite uni combo. If you could have it your way on any game, what are you rocking?
All right, I'm gonna give you two. Away, I love all white. All white looks like crispy. It's like icy white. Home, we have an interesting one this week. I'll let you guys see that. I mean, all black goes hard. But I would probably say, man, I love the green on white for home. You know, the green and white's pretty tough. I know we wore that, a couple times last season or the previous seasons, stuff like that. I just love green with black accessories though. Like if we wear green, I love the black accessories with it.
Right on. Appreciate it, man. It's been fun watching you guys this season. Can't wait to see what you do next.
Yes, sir. Thank you, man. God bless you.
I got you.
Appreciate John hopping on there, man. We talk uniform combos every week here on the Canes Inside podcast. It's crazy how hyped up everyone gets about the combos, man. So that's we'll be watching, man. A little exclusive news here tonight. He says we got an interesting uniform combo this week, so we're looking forward to it.
So I'll listen to the It Is What It Is podcast. Cameron, Mace, you're probably a little young for those guys, but they were the top dudes when I was younger. They were talking to Mike Irvin, and he said that about you that you are one of them, not just Cane alum, Cane receiver, but one of the great Cane receivers. He said he's one of us. When you see guys like at that caliber, the Michael Irvin, the Reggie Wayne, guys like that, do you see anything that makes them different than just a very good player when you get to know him and talk to him about the game?
No doubt. I mean, one thing that sticks out to me for sure, right off the top of my head, is their mentality at everything they do. Whether they're having a conversation with you or just hanging out, they try to be the best at everything. They're definitely elite competitors. I think some of those guys could still put on pads to this day and try to go full speed and stuff like that. I don't know how their bodies would handle that, but I mean, talking to those guys, Michael Irvin, Lamar Thomas are probably two of the guys I talk to the most. I mean, you could tell those guys are just love Miami football, and they take that to heart. And I mean, yeah, it's great role models, great. Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, so yeah, great role models and just great people to be around, honestly.
So we got to talk about this offense, man. We've gotten into a lot of different things tonight, but we kind of buried the lead here. And this offense, your connection with Cam Ward, look, it's just been explosive in the passing game. We saw last weekend how dominant that run game could be. The week before, we saw that as well. So just talk to us about how fun it's been to be playing in, by the numbers, the best offense in the country.
No doubt. I mean, it's super fun. There's so much opportunities in our offense. I love, honestly, the people in the offense. I mean, Coach Dawson obviously does an amazing job putting a great game plan for us each and every single week. But I mean, the players, we're just playing such unselfish football right now. And I mean, guys at the tight end position, guys at the running back position, even guys, O-line, and even in the receiver room, we're just playing such unselfish football right now, and that's why everybody's eating. You see a different receiver each and every single week have a 100-yard game. Damian just had a 100-yard game, rushing the ball. Elijah is an absolute stud, an absolute threat in the running and passing game. And then when you put that with a quarterback like Cam, I mean, it's pretty hard to stop, So I think I just love the personnel in the offense the most because we just are so dangerous.
Next, I was with your boy Steve-O, my guy, at the Florida game, and he was talking about, we got 3 Broward guys scoring today. That was his prediction. Turned out you, Jacoby, Mark Fletcher all got in the end zone. Is that a thing, like a Broward-Dade rivalry? Is that continuing into college when you talk to the Dade guys on the team, or or did that go away at high school?
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. We have, arguments and conversations all the time about what county's better in football. That's a good thing about going to Miami, though. You grew up around all these guys. There's a special connection between everyone. And you already know Broward is the best football in the entire country.
It's hard to argue with the numbers, man. I'm a Dade guy, but the numbers kind of speak for themselves. Music-wise, do you listen to Broward music? Are you like a Kodak guy? Like, what kind of music do you listen to get in the mindset before a game?
No, I definitely listen to Kodak. I grew up listening to Kodak and stuff like that. I listen to a bunch of music, a raw wave, but I'm kind of on my country flow right now. I've been on my country flow. The older and older I get, I guess you could say. But again, I won't ever stop listening to Kodak. That's a Broward legend, and you already know.
See, man, you haven't seen him do the Kodak bop. You gotta just know that he listens to him.
Well, I'm relating to X because I'm 40, man, and as I've gotten older, I got kids now, my wife. Like now I'm really in my country flow just because I'm a grown up. I got grown up problems, man. I'm not in the club every day, so I could definitely relate, man. Also, good music on the boat too.
Oh, 100%. When you get on that water and even on the course, country music just hits different.
That's what I was gonna say. You've been hanging out with some people on the golf course. It definitely comes in on the golf course. It's tough to listen to fast stuff on the course. You got so many things going on in your head. You want something easy that's just gonna be in the background there.
Right. Yeah. Country music, just eases your mind. Also everybody I'm around listens to country music too.
You got a favorite artist or favorite song?
My personal favorite artist is Luke Combs. I'll probably say my favorite song is either by him. Take Me Out to the Ball Game is pretty good. Houston, We Got a Problem is probably one of my top songs. But also You Should Be Here by Colson Dell. That's a really good song too. I could just go on and on. I love country music. I'm obsessed with it, but there's so many great artists, and even the young ones coming up like Bailey Zimmerman and Parker McCollum, all those guys. Again, love those guys.
Guys, few more minutes here before we wrap things up with X. So last opportunity here in the next few minutes to hop on the show again. Show us.tv, and then we have the links on the social media. So one last opportunity here to hop in and ask X a question yourself.
X, you playing the video game at all? Right when the game came out, you're at the top of your game, so you got the nice rating in there. Is that something that you do?
Oh, 100%. I'm not gonna lie. This season, I haven't been playing a lot of video games, but in the off season, oh yeah, I like to get after it. My little brother also. I play with my little brother too. He's crazy at like any type of like Call of Duty or Fortnite, and he tries to participate with me in like football games and stuff like that and sport games, but big bro's a big bro for a reason.
Is he a football player too? Break down his game.
Oh yeah, he's a stud. I've seen he's a stud.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but he's going to be so much better than me. He understands the game. He's so advanced for his age. He's so advanced that sometimes the little things are the problem in his game, like even like catching the ball when he's wide open and stuff like that. But he knows how to like release, set people up, use his eyes. He's just a ball player. He knows he just has an instinct for the ball. Love the kid to death, Dominic. It's my boy. But yeah, he's an absolute crazy athlete, and I take him out to the golf course, and he has the best swing on the course. It's insane. He's so athletic.
So he's got a head start on you on golf. He's also got a head start at receiver, right? Because you really didn't play that much when you were coming up.
I started receiver when I was 11 years old. I'm at 11th grade. What I'm talking about. He's 11 years old, turning 12. But yeah, he plays running back, receiver, safety, linebacker. He's all in it. And talk about head start for golf. I wish I got into golf at his age. He's a pretty good golfer. He's not, consistently elite, but that dude could swing the club for sure.
Man, there's the only guys who are consistently elite are the pros.
Exactly. Facts.
We got a question. We got a question from Scotty Canes. I guess it's a follow-up on your country music discussion, but he wants to know if you own a pair of cowboy boots or a cowboy hat.
I do own cowboy boots. I actually went to the Zach Bryan concert with my girlfriend, and we stopped at Boot Barn up in Broward County, and I bought Aria boots, nice little brown ones with a flag on it. So I do own a pair of boots. Next purchase will definitely be a cowboy hat.
Let me ask you this, X. One thing that I'm blessed to go to practices, and one thing you're always going to see at practice is someone in the Restrepo family, whether it's your mom, your dad, your little brother. How's it been to have them on this journey with you, knowing where you started and where you're at right now?
But I think this is one of the most asked questions, that I get. And I mean, I'm going to say the same answer every single time. I am just so blessed that I chose Miami, and that I came here to the school because, I mean, seeing them on the sideline is just like second to none. I can't quit, and I can't give in when I'm tired and stuff like that because they are right there. Everything they've done for me in my entire life, just, again, it's literally like motivation right in front of you. So, yeah.
Well, guys, I think we're gonna wrap things up here. This has been an awesome conversation with Xavier Restrepo. I know things have been crazy this year, X, and all the Canes fans out there, like a lot of them who have hopped on here tonight on the show, have said, man, it's just been really awesome and a great experience to see winning football down here, and the way that you guys have fought all year and been resilient has been great for us fans. So obviously, we appreciate it, and congratulations to all of your success. D, you have anything else you want to ask him before we wrap things up here?
No, I just want to say good luck going 1-0 this week, and again, appreciate watching you. A great example for my kids and all young athletes out there. It's easy to point to you and say that's how you're supposed to do it, man. So appreciate you.
Means a lot, man. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate the opportunity.
All right, thank you once again to ShowUs.tv for setting this whole thing up, and to our sponsor, Prize Picks, for tonight's show. Go Canes. Remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel as always. Xavier Restrepo, thank you. We'll see you guys tomorrow.